Hey, I've got 6 of the most important areas for you to focus on in 2014 to increase your sales, increase your profits, and lower your marketing costs, plus 4 forecasts that absolutely will help your tourism business in 2014. Stay tuned. Hey, good day, folks. It's Tourism Tim Warren here with a New Year's episode of Tourism Marketing TV. I'm sitting out here it's January in Northern California, and I'm outside in a shirt. That's how warm it is. It's been an amazing year with weather and changes, and tourism marketing continues to be the same. I want to give you 4 forecasts that I think are going to be really critical for your tourism business moving forward in 2014 that you absolutely must be paying attention to, no matter whether you're a seasoned professional or you're just getting going on tourism marketing. So I've got 4 key forecasts, as well as 6 specific areas of your tourism business and tourism marketing, both online and offline, that you absolutely must continue to focus on and grow to expand your business dream. So I'm going to jump right in here. My first forecast is that, and I'm going to look at some notes as we're going along here, is that here's the good news, is that tourism demand across all sectors continues to grow. And whether you're in the adventure segment, you're in the high end or the low end, you're doing off the beaten path adventures, you're eco, adventure, nature, experiential, volunteer tourism, all of these areas continue to grow. And in spite of turbulence in political, natural disasters, people want to travel. People want to spend money, and I am seeing with many of my clients, as well as the reports that we're getting across the tourism industry, that sales, it continues to grow. And here's the key point. Here's the second forecast. It continues to grow and will continue to grow in 2014 for the operators that are actively marketing, especially online, before, during, and after the sale. So many of you are focused on acquiring a prospect and converting that prospect into a sale. But when it comes to keeping that relationship going during the experience and long after they visit your lodge or go on your tour, that's where so many of you are dropping the ball. And the sad truth is that those relationships cultivated and grown after the trip is what's going to yield more referrals, more repeat business, more positive reviews, and more word of mouth. I mean, let's face it, word of mouth always has been and always will be the #1 form of advertising, and you must be engaged with your clients after the trip to generate that. And the thing about word of mouth, when people hear it, it generates more trust than anything else. And when it comes to converting travel shoppers into travel buyers, it's all about trust. It's all about credibility, and having those relations and getting your clients selling it for you is really going to help. And another key thing about my forecast on sales will continue to grow for those that are actively marketing before, during, and after the trip is that when you do that, statistically, it is 7 times more easy to get a repeat business or referral from someone who's already a client than it is to acquire a new client. So just to make that shorter, hey, it's cheaper and faster to keep selling to your existing clients than it is to acquire a new one. 7 times cheaper. So when you actually have more referrals and more repeat business, you are lowering your marketing costs, which means you have more money available to go out and acquire new clients. Forecast number 3, technology, social media, review sites, and Google will continue to evolve, grow, and dominate. Like it or not, there's something that I remember my grandfather teaching me. He said there's 3 things you can count on in life, and that's death, taxes, and change. Well, I would say that tourism marketing, that Google, technology and review sites will you can count on for sure, and they're going to continue to evolve. Tourism marketing is never going to be the same, and it's just going to get faster, and the impact on your business is going to continue to grow. I mean, think about it. How many of you lost Google ranking last year? How many of you had reviews, whether it's Facebook or TripAdvisor, that was not wonderful? Or how many were actively involved with TripAdvisor and other review sites and actively getting your referrals and great reviews? When you do that and you're actively engaged with it, your business will grow, and you're going to be evolving with technology. Now, I'm sharing these tips with you, and there's a couple more here, because these are some of the areas that we're going to be looking at in depth throughout 2014, especially in this first quarter. You know, there's a gazillion different things that you can be involved with, but I say let's focus on those areas that give you the biggest bang for the buck, the fastest and the easiest. Another saying I like is, think in terms of small hinges swing big doors if you know which hinges to oil up. And we're going to look at that. And I'm going to help you refine your efforts, your time and your money, and your focus so that you get the biggest bang for your buck. And here's bringing this all back around to my fourth prediction for 2014 for you and everybody who's watching this is that those that do not learn, evolve, and grow their internet marketing, their social media marketing, their tapping into social media review sites, you are going to lose ranking, you're going to lose sales, your rivals are going to go down, and so will your profits. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but on the flip side of it is, if you do evolve, you do grow, you do learn, you absolutely will continue to grow your business and gain a higher percentage of business at a lower cost than you've ever had before. So some of the biggest areas in this technology shift, this evolution that you absolutely need to look at, and we're going to go into more detail on this, is mobile. The percentage of people that are viewing your website on mobile or tablet computers continues to evolve. Have you looked at your Google Analytics statistics recently? Have you seen a growing percentage of mobile users? If your site is not optimized for mobile, you may have noticed that those visitors are leaving faster, views fewer pages, and it's just lost business. You spend all this effort to get them to your site. If they leave fast, how can you possibly convince them what a wonderful choice you are? Another big thing in technology is social integration and its impact on search engine results. You heard it last year that it's predicted that in one of my interviews that search engines keywords will no longer be the primary thing that we use to index our search, for people to find us. Your ranking will be determined by the level of social interaction, likes, Google Pluses, shares, comments, essentially votes of authority on your website and your blog. And that will determine your ranking more than just your ability to optimize your site. This is social search engine optimization. It is going to continue to be one of the biggest things in 2014. Review sites, I'm going to keep coming back to this over and over again, because reviews, opinions, influence turn shoppers into buyers, and if you're not actively engaged with this, chances are your reviews are not going to be good, and it's going to hurt you. I've seen it too many times, both the good side of it and how it's upped people's sales, and those that were not conscious and active and how it's lost sales. I know this is confusing. I know that this is a lot to cover, but I want you to know that you're not alone. I and other experts are out there to coach you and guide you. I'm as much a student as a teacher, and I am constantly learning. I'm going to a big traffic and internet marketing sales conversion summit next week in San Diego with some of the top gurus in this space. This is not beginner stuff. This is really advanced stuff, because if I am not continually learning, I'm not able to serve you. I'm not able to serve myself. So I want you to continue to. I really appreciate you sharing your comments, your questions on the blog. I want to hear from you. I have an idea what you need and want because I talk with you all the time through consulting or exchanges on my blog or on our Facebook fan page. But the more I interact with you, the more you tell me what you're interested in, the more I can be of service. And before I give you a sample, an introduction of what's coming on the next chapter, I want to reiterate this great tourism myth I hear way too many times, and maybe you've even thought this too, is that something along the lines of, gee, Tim, if I just had more traffic to my website, I know I would get more leads and sales. And I can tell you that absolutely, without a doubt, that if you're putting any effort into SEO, social media marketing, or any of this stuff, and that is, if it's not yielding lead generation, that if you're not engaged with getting leads and acquiring leads and prospects, which are converting into sales, that anything you spend on time or money is a total waste of time. It doesn't matter how beautiful a website you've got. It doesn't matter that you're spending a ton of money and paid advertising. If you're not generating leads or sales, you are losing money, you're wasting time, and you're going backwards. It's all about trust. It's all about conversion. That's what's going to make you money in 2014 beyond. I'm going to give you a hand. The next topic I want to cover, because I've given quite a bit of thought over the holidays, to what am I going to cover going into 2014? What's going to help you the most? And so my next topic that I'm going to cover are the six most important areas for you to focus on in 2014 for your tourism marketing, specifically to get the biggest bang for the buck. How to get the most leads, the most sales, and spend less time and less money. That's where I'm going to continually focus on, and we're going to cover that. There's 6 key areas I've identified that everything falls into. Once again, thanks for liking this. Thanks for sharing in Google+. Join me in Google Circles. If you're not in Google+ and Google Circles yet, there's big motion happening here. You need to be in there. Find me there. Add me to one of your circles, and ask me questions. I'm pretty available. So Tourism Tim signing off. I look forward to talking with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.